Let's take a look at another inverse trig formula example. So again, key words here is writing a general formula for, in this case, cosecant inverse of -2 radical 3 over 3. So every single value on the unit circle where that's true, not just between 0 and 360 or 0 and 2 pi, but any angle, we want to write a formula for that. Now, step 1 is applicable here because this isn't in terms of sine, cosine, or tangent, so we need to convert this to sine. Namely, use sine inverse of 1 over x. We're going to plug this in for x. We've done this enough to know that's going to give us negative radical 3 over 2. And we just need to figure out where on the unit circle sine is equal to negative radical 3 over 2. Pulling up our unit circle here, we know it's going to be true at... Why is that not showing up? Oh, okay, here we go. It's going to be true at 5 pi over 3 and this angle. It's also going to be true at 4 pi over 3. At both those values, the y value or sine will be negative radical 3 over 2. Why did that decide to disappear all of a sudden? Let me see if I can fix this. Okay, so once again, 4 pi over 3, y value is negative square root of 3 over 2, and 5 pi over 3, also negative square root of 3 over 2. So sine is going to be equal to that at both of those values. Alright, so how can we write a general formula for those two? Well, remember that our next step is, once we figure out these two angles, our next step is to figure out a general formula. We're basically going to be adding 2 pi to each of these to figure out, the next two in the sequence. So step 4 is to write out our number answers, meaning we're going to add 2 pi to each of these. So add 2 pi to 4 pi over 3, you get 10 pi over 3. Add 2 pi to 5 pi over 3, you get 11 pi over 3. And here is our sequence. Now, notice something. Going back here. So it's 4 pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, 10 pi over 3, and 11 pi over 3. That is not going to be a common difference, okay? The first and third term of the sequence will be one formula because the common difference between them will always be 2 pi. So I don't know why I didn't write all these as one sequence. Should have. Let's go ahead and do that. So here's what we're talking about. The sequence will go 4 pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, 10 pi over 3, 11 pi over 3. So once again, the common difference changes. Goes from 6. It goes from 1 to 5 and back to 1 again. It doesn't work. So we have to have two formulas like we did for the last example. So our first one is just by adding, 2 pi, 6 pi over 3. So this is our first three coefficients for 4 pi over 3. When we add 2 pi, twice, we end up at the same, same exact coterminal angle. So that means cosecants will be the same. We just need to write a general formula for that. Again, using the formula for arithmetic sequences, our common difference for the coefficients in the numerator is 6. And the first coefficient is 4. Plug that into the formula. 4 plus 6n minus 6 would give us 6n minus 2. So for our first formula, this is going to be 6n minus 2 for that coefficient times pi over 3 because everything was still just pi over 3. So that's our first formula. Second formula, we had 5 pi over 3. We added 2 pi to get 11 pi over 3. And because, that didn't line up with the common difference for all of them, we had to make two formulas. So our second formula looks like there's a difference of 6 again with the coefficients. The starting number is different though, it's 5. Which gives us another formula. Common difference is 6. Plug it into the arithmetic sequence formula. We get 6n minus 1 for the coefficient. So that's one answer, and that's our another answer. So 6n minus 2 pi over 3, and 6n minus 1 pi over 3. 6n minus 2 pi over 3, 6n minus 1 pi over 3. Almost the same, just a little bit different in the numerator. Those two formulas together will give you every single angle ever, and that will ensure that cosecant is equal to negative 2 radical 3 over 3. That's it for this example. If you have any other questions about it, let me know.